Hello, friends. Welcome back to Magic in the Ordinary, where we talk about the amazing magical things in everyday ordinary life. And today I wanted to talk about a TV show, which is not something I normally talk about, but I found a show that I thought was just really lighthearted, family friendly, and fun. And I thought it would be perfect to share with you guys in case you hadn't seen it already. And if you have, we can kind of geek out about it together. But this show is called The Wayfinders, and I think I'm a little late to the party. I think all the episodes aired in December, but here I am, very excited about it now because I just discovered it. And basically, the premise of the story is that there are these three teens. They find essentially a key between worlds and they accidentally end up transporting themselves into this new realm where they're supposed to help save the world. And it's very Narnia, but for teenagers kind of vibe. Magical otherworldliness, good and evil forces at bay, plot twists. It's just fun. So I wanted to share five things that I really liked about it, and maybe this will inspire you to check it out yourself. And so first of all, it is a it's original. It's an original story, and I can't remember the last time I just watched something that was new, original, where I'm not having to compare it to the old source material at all. It's just something I get to just enjoy the story for what it is, enjoy the twists and the turns, the characters as they unfold for who they are. It's brand new, fresh writing, fun stuff. So that's one thing I really liked about it is it's completely new. The other thing is that it's funny, and I really like not just the jokes that they have within it, and they've got some really funny allusions to other movies, things like this. It's a very modern movie, so you get modern slang a little bit, and they just kind of have fun with it. But I love the overall theme of it. They just did not take themselves too seriously, which was refreshing because I think some movies they try a little too hard, and this one. If you're looking for, perfect CGI every time, that's not going to be Wayfinders. They had a bit smaller of a budget. I never found it to be feel like poor quality, but they didn't take themselves too seriously while they were acting. There was this kind of energy to it that I hadn't seen in a show in a long time, and I thought that was really fun getting that from this show. The other thing, let's see, I really liked is character growth. I think it was really fun to see like the characters they're all complex and they do lean into stereotypes a little bit with like high schoolers. Like there's the football player stereotype, there's the gamer stereotype. But within those kind of frameworks that these characters live in, they give a lot of room for the characters to be a little bit more nuanced and to unfold in their own way and also to grow, kind of say they're not perfect. This was especially refreshing for me watching the girl in the story, Oakley. She's kind of this, tough kid who she's smart, but she doesn't really apply herself. And throughout the season, just kind of seeing how she does make mistakes, but she's still such a cool character was really, really fun for me because I feel like oftentimes now girls are kind of portrayed in movies as these two-dimensional, flawless creatures, which isn't relatable or true or anything. So she somehow nailed that balance of being flawed yet awesome to watch. And also, has all this room for growth that is explored throughout the season, which is really, really fun. So I love seeing the complexity of the characters as well. Um, the fourth thing I really enjoyed about the movie is just that it's beautiful. It's shot in Ireland. Some of the parts are shot in Utah, but then the magical, otherworldly parts are shot in Ireland, and it really does feel like another planet. Just absolutely beautiful. And they highlight the magic of Ireland, just the greenery, the beauty, the lushness. And the costumes are all, really, they put a lot of thought into the design and stuff. I think that this was really fun because, I mean, we all like watching aesthetic and beautiful things, but on top of that, there was this kind of based in reality feeling. And let me try to explain this. So, like, when I watched the new live action Avatar Airbender, the costumes are completely flawless. Like, they're on point in terms of they shout out to the old cartoon really, really well. But I've seen a lot of people comment on them, and I feel similarly that they look almost like they were bought from a store for cosplay and not something well worn. And so, like, there's a little bit too, like, they're a little too perfect. They don't feel like they've been lived in and fought in and worked in, these pieces of clothes don't feel grounded, and even the setting can feel a little less grounded. And that is something that really takes me out of a story. This story, I felt like they had a lot of fun grounding everything, having costume pieces that fit together, that were aesthetic and beautiful. So that the costumes in the setting were beautiful and aesthetic, but also felt grounded more so to me, which I thought was really fun and just made the whole movie viewing experience a lot more entertaining. And then finally, the thing I really liked about this show is just the hopeful worldview that they have. Because um, this is minor spoiler maybe, but there's one part where someone is getting frustrated and another character tells them, don't mistake cynicism for wisdom. And there's this sense like there's this battle between good and evil. You're not sure who's on which side exactly the whole time. There's complexity, there's a lot of questions happening, but at the same time there is this sense of like you can do the right thing and you should try to work hard to do the right thing, even if it's tough. And you're not always sure exactly what to do in every scenario, of course, especially when you're a teenager launched into a new world with, all these politics and things going on around you and new magical elements you're not used to. And so, of course, it's going to be confusing, but it is good to do the right thing and you can try to fight for good to win. And this is just a profoundly like hopeful worldview that was the underlying theme of this whole series, just this positivity of like people can be good and they should be good. And it was really refreshing. And so, yeah, my takeaway is good TV shows are still being written. I hadn't heard of this one. So I don't think they put a lot of money into advertising. And one of my friends had told me, like, you got to check this out. I think you'd really enjoy it. And I did. So I wanted to share it with you guys because I think we could all use some positivity, some hope, and some just good storytelling in our lives. It's a family-friendly show. And yeah, if you have a fun, newer family-friendly show that you have in mind, please let me know in the comments because I am always looking for those fun movies, entertainment that just fills you up and brings joy and hope. So thanks, guys, for watching. I'll see you next time.